Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a new mod map tour of Schmiechtal? Schmiechtal? Sure, prepare for some bad pronunciations. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. This is by Flory. It's 253.24 megabytes to download. It is for PC and Mac only, and it has like 14, 15, 16, something like that required mods. I think 16. Yeah, 16-ish. Yeah, so quite a few required mods. However, this is this person's first map, to be fair, so they're probably just new getting into modding. So yeah, I'll give them some credit for that. And none of the mods that are required are mods that they made themselves. So it's other people's mods, which, you know, at least they get the credit for the downloads. They're the other people. So, okay. I'm going to read the description. And at the beginning of the description is where you're going to hear all of the bad pronunciations. So just mentally prepare yourself for that. It says, welcome to Schmeck Valley. The Schmeck Valley is a small valley on the Swabian Jura between Munsingen and Schlingenklingen. That's something like that. The map is based on a real terrain model, but some areas have been heavily modified. Particularly notable is the large difference in elevation between the valley and the Alb Plateau. On the map are 3 farms available for purchase, a sheep pasture, 50 meadows and fields in the valley and on the plateau, 44 forest areas, mostly on steep slopes, 2 orchards, freight train with station, various productions and points of sale. Water can be taken from the river or from wells distributed on the map. The farms cannot be sold. Have fun on my first map. So there you go. Here we are, new farm mode. We start up on the hill with a nice little overview down the hill, which I actually think is quite a beautiful view. I think it's a good place to start. Yeah, a lot of forest area, everything like that. You got a ton of fields up here. Most stuff is concentrated along here. In new farm mode, you start off with field 19, field 12, field 16, and then I'm assuming you own the chunk of land that all this is on. Yep, there's your starting farm there. Kind of an interesting little design. It does look like, for the most part, you can buy most of the chunks of land. I don't think you can pick up the river anywhere. But, yeah, at least on the other side of the map, you can get most of the stuff purchased. So, or at least some of it. But it doesn't look like the roads, though, actually. So maybe not. But, anyhow. That you get every... Yep, okay. Anyhow, it is what it is. So, yeah, we're up over here. What I think we're going to do is we're going to jump down, take a look at the farm here in a second, and then we'll maybe do a little drive up through here. And then we will kind of do a flyover of the map is my plan. And this did come out a while ago. I apologize. It came out July 15th, which I was on vacation. I left July 14th. So I'm trying to catch up on mod tours, and here's me trying to do that. So just be aware of that. Crop calendar appears standard. I don't see any changes in there. You start off with a pig barn, a farmhouse with cow barn, and a chicken coop. There are contracts on fields you do not own. You do own a production to start off with, a silage fermenter, and available on the map is the bakery, carpentry, dairy, oil mill, the old mill, sawmill, spinnery, and juice production. Which the juice production is from Omatana. It's a mod by her, because the apple tree mod is on here. In new farm mode, your starting equipment. You have an Albert pallet fork, Albert universal bucket. You have an Antonio Carraro tire car. You have a Branther manure spreader. You have a Branther trailer, a FarmTech trailer, a FarmTech slurry and digestate spreader, a Fendt 312 Vario tractor, a Fiat 180/90 DT tractor, a Horse Cradle 3 and a Horse Versa. Those two hook up together to kind of work together. You have a Hardy Mega sprayer. You have a windrower by Krona. You have a cultivator. You have a Lemken Jewel plow. You have a pallet fork there, universal buckets. You have a Manitou telehandler. You have a Massey Ferguson MF8570 harvester. You have a header to go with it and a header trailer. You also have a Pottinger tedder. You have a loading wagon by Pottinger. You also have a Quickie front loader attachment. You have a Salic fertilizer spreader. You have a Samaz rear mower, you have a 10-winkle weight, and that is everything. So quite a bit of equipment to start. Let's go ahead and we'll enter the harvester over here and kind of see where that puts us. Yep, just right where I thought it'd put us, in a shed over on this side. That texture doesn't look great, does it? That might be a required mod building, but that texture's not good. It just looks very not great. But anyhow, I don't think that's the modder's fault. I think that's whoever required mod it is, if it is that one. But anyhow, I like the stones on the ground, I think. I'm assuming you can get rid of them? That's actually a really good question. I'm going to answer that right now. I'm assuming you can get rid of them. Maybe you can add them in. Can you... I do own this land. Thank you very much. You cannot... Oh, no. Yeah, you can get rid of the stones. Okay. Perfect. Do they have the ability to paint more? You can't paint more. Oh, man. It'd be so cool if you could paint more stones down if you wanted to add that texture somewhere else. You got some cool textures in here, but you don't have one to put more of the stone texture down, because I think that's kind of a cool, unique texture. But anyhow, that'd be one piece of feedback I have to the map maker, is to leave that as a paintable texture. I can go down here. This opens up as well. I'm assuming... No, I was say, is this part like of a pasture or something? No, we own this land. We just don't own that area right there, which is kind of interesting. But no, all of our pens are over here. bunker silo right there for us. This is a slurry or liquid manure tank, basically. Chicken coop right here. It kind of feels, I don't know what it is. To me, the map kind of seems like a slightly low res. I'm not against it, but it just, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm just imagining that. You can put 30 chickens in there if you'd like to. Got some of your equipment stored out here. You can go through here. That goes around to that bunker silo as well. I think the cows are in here. Yeah, farmhouse with cow barn. You can put 125 cows in here. We'll just go out to the front, and then we'll continue looping around. Yeah, right there is where you can put the cows in. You have sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger out front here. And if we loop just back over here, that's where we just were. So now we're going around the front. Assuming this is a manure heap. Yep, manure heap there for you. Okay, silo in here, it looks like. Yep, yard silo, and you got some of your equipment and stuff stored in here. Kind of a nifty setup. It is kind of a beautiful map. There's a lot of fog that's kind of settled down in here, to be fair, which I'm not a big fan of. Here's if I fast forward time, will some of that burn off? It's midday. It doesn't look like really like it's burning off. So that would be my only maybe other piece. It's maybe a little too foggy down here. I guess maybe if that's what you intended, though, that's probably perfect then. Around the back side here, that goes off to over there, where we were just at earlier. Oh, this texture looks really cool, too. But you can't paint that one down. It wasn't in there. There's some cool textures. That'd be nice if you could paint down as well. You have a diesel tank there. Then over here, this is going to be our silage fermenter. So we got that going for us. It's slurry point right back here. Yeah, pretty nifty little farmyard. We're almost to the edge of it here on the other side. Then over here, you got your pigs. You can put up to 132 pigs in there, so quite a few. And, yeah, then we're back out kind of towards the road. Nothing over here really is fast for us to drive around in, to be fair, so what we might actually do... where is the vehicle shop? It's right there. We might buy something, head up there, and then maybe head back across there, so maybe that's what we'll do. But if we purchase ourselves... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I haven't used a Skoda in a while. We'll just use that guy. So right here... this is where your stuff's going to spawn in. Big shop area, actually. That's the vehicle shop trigger right there. And then repair trigger? It looked like it would be in there, but no, it's off to the side. I don't know why it's not in there. That seems like that would be a perfect spot for it. And is this a forklift you can use is another question. Yeah, so you got a forklift down at the shop. If you'd like to use that, you can do that sort of stuff. Okay. That person right there doesn't know how to park, that's for sure. All right, we'll head off to the right, and then we'll loop back. Try not to hit anyone. So right here on the left-hand side, ooh, what do we have going on here? Let's see. So left-hand side, we got the carpentry point. On the right-hand side, we have the supermarket. So there's your carpentry point. There's a little bit of a glitch there with some of those things over there. Not sure what's going on with that. Might need a little bit of an update. For a first map, it's honestly really well done. I'm pretty impressed by it. Right-hand side right here, I'm not sure what that is. Bakery, and then what do we have? The spinnery. Okay, so bakery here. And that building in the back there, that's the spinnery. Go across this bridge. We got another production on the left-hand side. We're getting towards the edge of the map here. This is going to be, what do we got? The dairy, and then we have the animal dealer and the train sell point. So it's the dairy, animal dealer right there, which I'm assuming, yep, there's the trigger for it. Train sell point's off to the side because it's part of the train track, obviously. The edge is actually pretty well done. Yeah, it doesn't look great once you go look at the edge, but you don't feel like you're about to hit the edge, which is kind of nice as you're driving up this way. But okay, we're going to head back along the main route here. Back past the vehicle dealer there. We just passed him. And then, yeah, I think we'll just go along here. Ooh, some of these things have... That's got a collision there. Be careful. And this is... Look at this little field here. I love it. Just little bitty fields here and there. Okay, sorry, people. Traffic's cooking along here. Off to... Oh, my gosh. I hit another one of those things. Those things are driving me crazy. I don't think those should have collisions on them. It's absolutely drive me over the edge. Off to the right, I almost feel like we should have gone down on this road. We actually probably should have. I might loop back and head over to that road. But here we have the train rental point. I think all the grain... The areas to load the train are on the other... I think they're over down below. Yeah, they're kind of on the other side there. Let's not drive off that little cliff there. Yeah, we'll loop back over that way, because I think that'll be a better way to go, because we'll see actually more of the map and what's going on. Just be very careful not to hit some of these things that have collisions. That was not where I wanted to go. Not even close. Well, yeah, we're going to cross the railroad track here, so I'll just be a little careful. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff has kind of happened down here on this road. And then speaking of that, I think this is the sawmill. Yep, sawmill right there. Let's get that set up. And then what do we got going on here? Off to the left is going to be the grain pool. Grain pool east for the train to load up, and then the train rental point as well. Off to the right, we got a lot of stuff going on. So we have salt buy point, liquid fertilizer, and pesticide buy point, gas station, a seed cleaner, seeds buy point, fertilizer buy point, lime. What was that one? That was a seed, yeah, seed cleaner production. We have the juice production, and we have the land trade, which is going to be like your warehouse buy point, basically. So yeah, you can buy pretty much everything here, it looks like. Kind of your super store, super center. And then this kind of just heads out to, really we have just the farm out there, so I think we're just going to hop into flight mode just in the interest of time. But yeah, quite a cool little town area down through here. I like it sitting down in the valley. So, pretty cool. Very nifty map. A lot of elevation through here. You see a lot of different fields and things scattered about. Big field area up there. We keep going along this route here. It'll take us over to the starting farm. Which is this? Yeah, here it is. Here's the starting farm right there. And then just up the road from it, we have a couple of sell points right here. We have the old mill, and we have the biomass heating plant, and then we have the old mill production point up there, but I think that's this guy right up here, and I think that's everything on the map in terms of, like, points of interest. And you got a nice big area up here, up top, to do some farming, and then you can kind of hike your crops down the mountain or however you want to get them down, and do your thing. But, yeah, it's quite a large map, actually. It feels pretty big. I don't think it's a 4X or anything like that, but it does feel pretty large when you're on it. But, yeah, there you go. That's what I got. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.